Hi, my name is Chelsea and I am making this video for the first time. I want to talk about books. I've had a YouTube channel, but I've just kind of been posting random videos on there over the past couple of years. But now I want to shift it over to talking about books. So just to let everyone know who I am and kind of get introduced to you all, I decided to do the Booktube Newbie Tag. It looked really fun. I read the questions and they seemed like a really good way just to start off and getting to know me and who I am and why I want to do this channel. So that leads me actually to the first question, which is, why did you start this channel? And honestly, I can say that I started this channel started to shift over to the booktube stuff because I really am so passionate about books, and I just want to get to know people in the community on YouTube or in real life who are also passionate about books, because it can be challenging to find people to talk to about books and reading. So I hope that this will be a way that I can meet more people, meet internet friends, tweet people, and just share our love of reading together. So that's why I started this channel. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? So I had to think about this question for a little bit, and one of the things I realized is that I have a lot of passions. So I love reading, but I also love fashion. I love music. I love doing a lot of stuff. I go to see plays and that sort of thing. So I'm kind of hoping to make it really book focused, but try and incorporate some of my other passions into it as well. Like, I was thinking maybe for the fashion, I could do like an outfit that would go really good with a book or a book cover, because for the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, I actually Instagrammed a picture that I will put up right now. And it had a cool outfit that I thought really looked like it belonged with that book. So I'm hoping to do more stuff like that, and also to take people along with me in my journey. Like, maybe I could come up with some cool playlists for certain books. Like, I really love curating music, so there's a lot of stuff I think I can bring, and I'm just looking forward to sharing it with everybody out there. Oh, and the other thing is, I also live in Canada, so that might be something unique that I can bring to the booktube community. I know Haley in Bookland used to be Haley Hearts NYC. She's Canadian as well, and I would love to meet Haley one day. She is one of my biggest inspirations. So I live in Canada, but I'm an Indigenous person living in Canada. So I also like to read a lot of Indigenous authors, writers, and that sort of thing. So that's another unique aspect that I can bring to the booktube community. Question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? And I would have to say that I'm most excited to, like I said in the first question, just meet new people. I have some friends that like to read, but nobody reads as much as I do, or maybe we're not reading the same books. So I'm just hoping that with this channel I can chat with people that have read the same books, talk about our favorite characters, talk about what we liked, and that sort of stuff. So that's really what I'm hoping to get out of this channel. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? So I've had a very complicated history with reading. I guess I'll get into it in the next question, but what I really love about reading is kind of just escaping reality for a little while. Like, I work from 8:30 to 4 every day, and when I get home, it's just a way for me to just let go of everything that happened during the day and just kind of like get lost in a book that I'm reading. So that's what I really love about reading the most. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? This is gonna be tough for me because I don't want to sound like a super cliche person, but I'd have to say Harry Potter. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know if you can see, but I have a whole Harry Potter section up here on my shelf, and I love the books, I love the movies, and the way I actually got into the books was my dad was working in the States, and he brought home the first 3 books. So the first 3 books were already out by the time I started getting into them. And I guess they were really big in the States before they got big in Canada. So that, to me, him bringing those books home, I would read them, and my mom would read with me as well. So we kind of both got into it and kind of shared that love of reading. So it really also brings back memories of me and my mom reading together, and that's what I also like, and that's how I got into reading. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? This is really interesting because I would actually ask them how they read so fast and so much, because I'm reading on average about 30 books a year, and that to me can be challenging sometimes because, like I said, I work full time, I like to work out, I like to go to the movies, I like to go to concerts, plays, that sort of thing. So I don't understand how they have the time, or maybe I'm just a slow reader, I don't know. But that would be the question I would ask my favorite booktubers. Like, I want to see like a schedule of their day. Like, do they wake up at 5:30 and read for 2 hours? I have no idea. So that would be one of the questions. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And I can already say it's going to be hard to maintain the consistency. I'm going to try and come up with a schedule and have new videos every week, maybe 2 videos a week, but I don't want to overwhelm myself yet. But that's probably going to be the most challenging thing, I think, for me. Question number 8. When did you start reading? So I've been reading obviously since I was like 3 or 4 years old. When my mom was pregnant with my brother, she had a like really bad morning sickness, so the only thing she could do with me was lay on the bed and read. So that's kind of how I got started. And my brother is like 2.5 years younger than me, so before he was born I would have been like 2 years old, and she would have been like reading books to me in bed all throughout her pregnancy. So I guess it's been a long time, like since I was like 2 or 3 years old. Obviously I wasn't reading fully yet, but I think by the time I was like 4 or 5, I completely was like reading on my own. Question number 9. Where do you read? This is a really good question. I read pretty much everywhere. I read in bed before I go to sleep for about an hour. I read on the couch when I get home if I have time. I read on my lunch break sometimes at work when I have the chance. And I really like to read outside on the porch in the summertime. My family has really nice stairs, and I just kind of sit on the stairs, hang out, and read. Question number 10. This is probably my favorite question, and it is, what kind of books do you like to read? I really like to read a huge variety of books. A lot of booktubers seem to be focused almost exclusively on YA or young adult, and I read a little bit of young adult. So I guess this is another thing that I'm going to be able to bring to the booktube community is I read a little bit of young adult, but I also like to read a lot of memoirs. I like to read a lot of classics, contemporary literature, CanLit, which is Canadian literature for those of you who don't know, might not be living in Canada. What else? I really love dystopian novels. George Orwell might be one of my favorite authors of all time. So dystopian novels for sure. Oh, and a really good dystopian novel by a Canadian author that you have to check out is called Station 11. And I like to read, let me see, fiction, of course, but also nonfiction, historical fiction. I read a lot of historical fiction about World War II or set in that time period. And yeah, there's a lot more. So if you're interested in following along with me, please hit the subscribe button and like this video to let me know if you liked it. I'm hoping to put out more videos soon, and if you want to check out my blog in the meantime, it's the link will be down in the description below, so check that out as well. I post a book review about every book that I read, so that goes into my my blog, as well as like tips to help people read better, like how to choose what book to read next. So let me know if that kind of stuff is the stuff you guys are interested in, and I will definitely keep making more videos like that. So I will see you next time. Bye! Drink up, drink up. I need like a sign off, like, how do they do it? Jesse the Reader has a cool one. Bye. Wait, like this? I don't actually need glasses to read, and these are plastic lenses, but I wish I needed glasses because I love to read, and people just think you are a reader when you're wearing glasses. This shirt only has one shoulder cut out. It doesn't have it on the other side. Whoa! I thought it was kind of cool. That is it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Hit that like button.